Here's how to do the observation narrative. First, find a place. It can be any place. It can be an inside place. It can be an outside place. It can be a partially inside, outside place. It should be a place where you're comfortable, where you have things to look at, things to listen to, a place where you feel safe and relaxed and not too self-conscious. And yeah, it can be any place you want, but I recommend a place outdoors, just because there's more to see, more to hear, more to smell, more to notice in general. Second, you want to find a time. Even if you find a really good place, the time you choose might be bad, depending on the weather, depending on social activity, whatever. If you choose an indoor place and you try to do it at 2 in the morning, there might not be much to see, but if you do the same thing at 2 in the afternoon in the same place, there might be a lot to see. Same, if you're going to go outside, try not to pick a day where you're going to be miserable or cold or shivering or wet. Try to pick a nice day where you're going to be comfortable and be like, oh, this is a nice day. I'm enjoying this. So pick a place and then pick a good time. Once you have those, find your materials. I recommend a notebook and a pen or a pencil, as well as your phone for a timer. Go to that place at a good time. Set up your area, make sure you have water or something to drink, make sure you have a snack if you're feeling hungry, and make sure you have comfortable clothes on, make sure you have a notebook with a pen or pencil, and make sure you have your phone or some other kind of timer. Get comfortable, get set up, and then set a 1-hour timer on your phone, press start, and place your phone away from you where you can't easily grab it. If you want, you could pause this video, go ahead and do all that, and resume the video after you've gotten set up, got your timer started, and you're ready to go. As well as this being a diagnostic essay assignment, one of my intentions for this assignment is for us to establish a shared common ground from which we can begin to have a conversation about mental health. Mental health is often overwhelming and complicated, and this exercise helps us simplify that experience. Helps us simplify the cloud or the storm of activity in the mind that often overwhelms us and causes us to feel stressed or depressed or anxious. So by breaking down the totality of experience into these 6 sense categories, we are able to simplify the process. When we're talking about something that's causing us suffering, is that thing that's causing us suffering a sight, a sound, a smell, a taste, a bodily sensation, or a mental object? It's got to be one of those 6 things. There's nothing else that exists in your experience. That's sort of the point of this exercise, is to point out to you, for you to point out to yourself through the doing of the exercise that, oh, this mental experience that I have actually doesn't need to be as complicated as I thought it needs to be. It can be much more simple. I can look at it in a much more practical, categorized way, right? So you're going to be trying to notice basically the 5 normal sense fields: sights, sounds, smells, tastes, body sensations. Of course, thoughts or mental objects will arise. You will get distracted. You will think about things. And part of the exercise is to notice when that happens, and to the best of your ability, gently bring the mind back to simply noticing, simply being aware of what is present here and now. What am I seeing? What am I hearing? What am I smelling? What am I tasting? What am I feeling? If thoughts do arise and they become distracting, simply notice the thought. You can even jot it down. I'm noticing I'm having a lot of distracting thoughts about my math class, and then try to get back to noticing wherever you are. Now, the rest of this video is going to be a guided meditation to help you get the mind established to have an enjoyable, relaxing, comfortable, and hopefully interesting experience with the observation narrative. So, assuming you're already in your spot, you're cozy, try to find a comfortable position for the body and try to be relatively still. It can be helpful to quickly scan your attention from the feet up through the legs, the knees, the upper legs, the hips, the torso, the upper torso, the shoulders, arms, hands, wrists, fingers, neck, and head, and make sure your entire body is comfortable. If anything feels uncomfortable, go ahead and make those adjustments now. Try to get relatively comfortable, and then reassure yourself, reassure your body that it's safe and that you can stay still for a while, and even if some discomfort arises, nothing bad will happen to you. You'll be okay. Finding that comfortable posture, go ahead and take 3 or 4 really deep, full breaths, just filling your lungs up as much as you comfortably can. And then exhaling fully and trying to extend the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. This helps to heighten the relaxing sensation of the exhale. The exhale naturally relaxes our body and mind. So really leaning into that natural capacity of the exhale to relax us. Go ahead and do 3 or 4 of those breaths on your own. Now, when you're ready, bring your attention to the visual field. Don't try to focus on anything in particular, but keep your gaze steady and simply notice the texture of the visual field. Try not to notice objects so much as colors and shapes. Just noticing the whole tapestry, the whole picture before you. Sort of like stepping back from a large canvas and trying to see the whole thing at the same time. All these colors and shapes and movement available for your eyes to notice. Now, if you're comfortable with it, gently close the eyes and notice that the visual field does not go away so much as it simply changes. There's still something to see behind your eyelids. It's not perfectly dark, perfectly consistent. There's shape, there's texture, there's movement. The visual field, the capacity to see, still exists, even when your eyes are closed. Move your attention to the hearing field. What sounds can you notice in your environment? Birds chirping, people's footsteps falling, your own breath, cars, traffic, doors opening and closing, people talking, whatever the case may be. And notice spatially where the sounds are. With the visual field, everything is right in front of you. With the field of sound, everything is all around you. You can hear behind you, to the side of you, in front of you, above you, and if the circumstances allow it, below you. Notice any odors or scents that are in your environment. People's perfume walking by, the smell of flowers or trees, or just pollen if you have allergies. Perhaps the smell of your food if you brought a snack, your own cologne, perfume, or deodorant. Whatever smells you can notice, try to notice them. Otherwise, notice the flow of air going in and out of your nostrils. Notice any tastes that are present in your mouth. A piece of chewing gum, a recent drink you had, a piece of food you ate, or just the texture of your mouth as it is. Notice bodily sensations. Notice any large sensations, any areas of discomfort or pain, perhaps in the knees or ankles or hips or back. Notice any subtle sensations like tingling, buzzing, temperature, coolness or heat, the breeze against your skin, the texture of the fabric of your clothing against your skin, the gentle expansion and contraction of your torso as you breathe in and out. And notice the quality of the mind in this moment. Is the mind calm or is it agitated? Is it distracted or is it focused? Is it kind or is it angry? Is it anxious or is it equanimous and neutral? Simply notice these things. And when you're ready, pick up your pen or pencil and calmly and clearly begin describing them in your notebook. Try to continue without stopping until your 1 hour timer goes off. Trust the process, trust yourself, relax, and simply observe whatever there is to observe in the here and the now, the only time and the only place that ever exists.